What has happened to Portland Trailblazers Dame Lillard this season? He looks awful. And what do the Utah Jazz need to do to try to save themselves as legit contenders in the Western Conference? And finally, how you are going to get paid to watch this one. Let's get it.
This is Enough Said Sports.
Guys, I hope all is well in your world. It is all well here at Enough Said Sports as we come to you with another preview and prediction video, this time for the NBA here on YouTube. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day or your evening, whenever you may be watching this, to support us here on YouTube. Really appreciate that as we move forward into here further into the NBA season. If you like this sort of content, please join us on Patreon. Click the description box below, click the first link. Become a true fan of Enough Said Sports and get all of our picks. We pick each and every NBA game each and every night. Definitely join us over there. Also, if you're a football fan, you can also get our exclusive content on college football and the NFL. We're red hot in all three categories right now. And also, guys, finally, definitely look into joining the Patreon giveaway to get an opportunity to win a jersey in the NBA, college football, or NFL, your favorite team, your choice, past or present. Definitely check that out for details. Click the link here just above my head to get all the details on the Patreon giveaway. Now, let's talk about this matchup that's going to be coming on. It's actually going to be coming on tomorrow, Monday, November the 29th. It's going to be the Portland Trailblazers going up against the Utah Jazz there in Salt Lake City. The Utah Jazz are favored by 7.5 points in this one, and the total is 223. Now, let's talk about these Portland Trailblazers first. Let's talk about Dame Lillard. I have been obviously a Steph Curry fan, a Golden State Warriors fan for a long time now, since Steph Curry entered the league when the Warriors drafted him from Davidson. He was kind of local to this area, so I followed him in college and became a fan at that point and followed him into the league. Really love Steph Curry, love watching him work. But I'm also a fan of Dame Lillard, and I've been a fan of his for several years now as well. I like the way the young man plays. He's not so young anymore, but I like the way he plays. I like the way he does things. I like the way he does business. He does at times shrink at the most inopportune times, but to say that he's unclutch, I think would be a disservice to Dame Lillard. I think he's a very good player. He is really struggling this season. I don't know what is going on with Dame Lillard. He's not shooting the ball as well as he normally does. I do think that some of what's going on is Dame Lillard is used to getting to the free throw line significantly more than he's gotten there this year. And it's kind of the James Harden and the Trae Young syndrome, where you got guys that really rely heavily on the free throw line to pile up points, and to also, not only that, just to catch a rhythm, just to see the ball go in the basket. The more repetitions you have, sometimes it makes it a little easier to shoot it from the outside when you're shooting it well from the free throw line, and just seeing that ball go in the hoop. And I really think it's really affecting Dame Lillard, and all of his percentages are down across the board. I do think that it's time for Dame Lillard to leave Portland. I would like to see that happen. I'd like to see him get on maybe a Philadelphia Sixers team or something of that nature. But nevertheless, I just think that that's the reason why Dame Lillard is struggling. I've just noticed it again with James Harden and also Trae Young, the same type of players that like to get to the free throw line a lot, and Dame Lillard is no different in that regard. Now, switching over to the Utah Jazz. Utah Jazz they started out the year really hot. They've really faded. They went on a little losing streak. Now they seem to be getting a little bit of momentum back. They really got to make a change here. For them to really contend, they really need to make a change here. I think that one of their greatest strengths is also their greatest weakness. That is Rudy Gobert. I think he's an excellent player, but I think he doesn't fit this Utah Jazz team the way that a stretch big would fit, such as a Kristaps Porzingis. I think Kristaps Porzingis would fit significantly better with the Jazz, and I think Rudy Gobert would fit significantly better with the Dallas Mavericks. I think this is a trade that needs to happen, that I would love to see happen. I don't think it's going to happen. But from the Utah Jazz's standpoint, if they were to make this trade, you get some of the requisite spacing that you need on the floor to open up to take advantage of some of these shooters that you have around Donovan Mitchell. Allow Donovan Mitchell better driving lanes, more opportunities there at the rim. I think Kristaps Porzingis would add a nice element to this Utah Jazz team where you would have 5 guys out on the floor that could really shoot the ball at the same time and really stretch and allow for maximum use of the court and space. And I just believe that it would just be a much better fit. And for the Jazz's part, I think they could get like a first and a second round pick plus Porzingis to ship Rudy Gobert over to Dallas. I'm telling you, I think that's the thing to do. I'd be interested to see if the Jazz end up making any moves here. But if they're really going to contend with the Phoenix Suns of the world, with the Golden State Warriors of the world, the guys at the very, very top of the food chain in the Western Conference, they're going to have to make a move. They're going to have to make a huge change, or they're not going to be able to compete with those guys. Now, also, looking at the betting aspect of this particular contest, Portland Trailblazers have been god-awful on the road, and there's no secret about it. They've been terrible. They've been 28th in offensive efficiency, 28th in defensive efficiency on the road. They've been tremendous at home, so it's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde here. At some point, they're going to have to play well on the road, all right? And I don't trust this Jazz team with a 7-point spread. They end up losing the other night to the New Orleans Pelicans. They come out the next night and actually play basketball and blow them out. But I don't trust this Utah Jazz team, even at home. I'll take the Portland Trailblazers to break out of this slump and to actually play well on the road. As a matter of fact, I'll take the Portland Trailblazers straight up as well. I'll take Portland plus 7.5, Portland to win this game outright. And let's go under 223 total points here. I got the upset brewing in this one. So that's what I got, guys. I got Portland on the money line. Portland plus 7.5. And we'll go under 223 in this particular contest, total points scored. Portland fans, do you think that Dame Lillard is struggling because of the free throw line? Do you think he's struggling because of the way the officials have changed their style now and not allowing these guys to get these cheap fouls? Utah Jazz fans, do you think Rudy Gobert needs to be traded to make a move, or do you think there's another move that needs to be made to get you guys up into that elite level? And finally, let me know what you think about the pick itself. Really appreciate the support, guys. Thank you. Love making these videos. Love talking to you. Love interacting with you. Let me know in the comments what you think. As always, thank you, guys. Have a great and wonderful night, and I will talk to you again soon. Take care.